Okay, I'm hoping this video comes out a little better than my last one. So today I've got put on some bag blades by Ciro3D. So bag blades are run, turn, and brake lights made by Ciro3D. I've been waiting to put them on for quite a while. Just so everybody knows, I'm not affiliated with Ciro3D. I just picked them up and thought I'd show everybody how easy they are to put on. They also look really good on everybody else's bikes, so we'll see how they look on mine. My name is Vinny B. I am the owner of a 2019 Road Glide Ultra that needs lights in the back, just like everybody else's. So let's go ahead and see how these are installed. I will be putting them on my 2019 Road Glide Ultra. You'll see I already have the filler panels in. So the first thing we got to do is get our bags off. I'm going to assume that everybody knows how to get their bags off their bike. You're just going to open up the lid and this. Okay, so once you get your bags off, you're going to have to get the seat off. And you just pull this little flap up, and there's a screw down in. So you're going to have to clean right here. Now I've got the bag blades are very thin, and they only go on one way. If you put them on and just hold them up, you'll notice that they only go up. Now I watched another YouTube video putting these on, and I'm going to show you how to try to get that distance right. On the top of the light itself, I'm going to tape a couple of pennies, and that'll make the even spacing that I'm going to need right next to my top of my saddlebag. Now once I get the saddlebag all cleaned up and I put this in place, the bag top will rest on these pennies and give me just enough space. So I've got to clean right here with some alcohol or Windex. Little window cleaner. Now this tells me that I need to make sure it's over 50 degrees outside. Well, today it's about 59 and rainy, so I'm not sure how well it's going to stick, but I wanted to get them on, so I'm going to give it a shot. So I take the Windex, I clean that, then just to be sure, I've got some alcohol pads. And I'm going to clean the whole area with some alcohol. I'm going to let that dry for 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm going to clean off the residue here. And I'll close the bag, lock it into place. I'm going to dry fit this just once or twice, make sure I can get it in there. Okay. And just like I did the last one, I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know if this activates anything or not, but I'll do it. You know, the one thing I forgot to do, and that is to plug everything in before I actually started this, just in case the lights didn't work. But so far I've trusted Ciro3D with their products, so I hadn't had to take anything back. So take that off. I put that pennies up there, and I put it in there into place, and now I'm going to hold it for about a minute. So, what do you talk about for a whole minute? Sometimes people think that that's a short amount of time, but when you're just sitting here holding something into place, it seems like it's forever. So, been riding motorcycles for most of my life. Started out with a little Honda 50 that my dad had bought me, and he had bought all us boys. And I just grew from it. Crashed a lot of them. He brought me home a Honda 305 automatic one time. And not made for the dirt track, but I started jumping hills with it, mangled it into a tree along with me, and I've had various bikes throughout the years. That was probably my most memorable one since I left it on the track. Wish I had it back now. All right, so here you go. I've got those on there. And that looks pretty good. Let's get those pennies off of there. So I'm not sure the video got that, but I've got it on there, held into place. Let's see. Don't look too bad, I don't think. It's just below the lid. So the saddlebag is closed and the light's on. I've got to place wire ties here, here, and here, leading up to the front of the saddlebag. I'll clean each one of those spots. Now, all those zip tie holders came into the with the plastic bag with the kit itself. One of the things about these saddlebag lights was now my saddlebags would be a little more difficult to take on and off. But if done right, from what I understand, is that the little connector will just be accessible without taking my seat off. So that's my goal, is to get the wires stretched out and in a way to where I don't have to pull my seat off to take these bags off. So the kit came with several of these wire tie holders. They came with two Y connectors. Saddlebag holders are stuck to all of the wire ties, and then you have several wire ties in order to tie them to the back of the saddlebag. So now I'm going to loosen the wire tie itself, and then I'm going to test fit it. I'm thinking I'll put a wire tie clip here, one about here. You need to make sure you leave enough slack so it'll go inside this hollow, and then I'll put another wire tie zip up here, or wire zip up there, and then the under the seat wire will come up under here and connect. So again, I utilized or used alcohol swabs, and I cleaned the area underneath there, and I've got these stuck on. So what I'll do now is I'll take some wire ties and I will stick them into place. And then run my wires through there. All right, so when you're done with one side, you go ahead and cut off the wire ties, and then you put them back onto the motorcycle. I'll finish up this second side and get it back on, and we'll see how they work. All right, so I've got the bag on. You'll notice, I don't know if you can see, but the wire comes right here. I'm gonna try to place it up underneath this here, but it seems to be pretty solid back in the back. You're not gonna be able to see that wire when the bag's closed from up here. I have this, that should fit up underneath the seat. I have it on both sides. I have this big piece right here. I'm not exactly, it goes back to my my pad, but I guess it's the speakers and stuff, so I'll just put this here. Now I've got to put in my Y pieces on my Ciro3D part. I'll cut that loose and we'll see how that goes on. So really all I got left to do is take the little Y adapters and disconnect the filler lights, connect these Y adapters, reconnect my filler lights, connect my bag blades, put my seat back on, and we'll be ready to go. So let me get that done. I'll show you once I get everything disconnected. Pinch these parts right here, and these come pull apart. You put that Y into your colored line. Part of it goes to your bag blade. The other part I have going to the Ciro3D filler panel. And then you do just the same thing on the other side. If you don't have this and you're just now connecting it, you just got to remember, like John Maxwell said, you know, put the brown wire to the right side. 5 letters equals 5 letters. Violet wire, well, hell, it don't match the other side. So if you do that, then you'll get those wires right all the time. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to try to stick this here so that I put my seat on, it doesn't rub, and I can get to it to disconnect and get my bags off. So, well, I got the seat back on. Let's see how the lights look. Man, I don't know if you can see that, but I gotta tell you, they look good. I'm gonna try to turn the blinkers on. Well, until next time, hey, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. I mean, hell, I only got 4 or 5 people watching them anyway. Not that it's a big deal. I'm not making any money off these. I just thought it would be sort of interesting to do one to show people just how easy it is to actually do this stuff themselves. I promise you, if I can do it, then anybody else out there can. So until next time, don't forget, go ahead and hell, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and share. Let people know that there's not any, you know, I'm not a professional at this, so there's people just normal out there trying to wrench on their own bikes. So until next time, bye.